Hello, me old mates. How are you doing? I'm dressed up. We're actually returning for the Solothurn, the capital of the county around here. And my wife had renewed her passport. So we had to go to the Solothurn. It's a very actually beautiful city, and made one or two videos touching the visit on Solothurn. A link below about Solothurn, and actually a tobacco seller. There's actually a tobacconist there, and very nice. I bought a whiskey from them, and we had a great meal after my wife got a new passport, a beautiful lunch, and a glass of wine as well, of course. So I'm drinking iced tea now. So this video is about actually this tobacco, Royal Albert, the other Albert Royal, and someone actually asked, do you actually try this tobacco? And I didn't actually know that actually this tobacco is available, and it sounds delicious, so I ordered the tin, and it was packed full, like this. You can't believe it. Probably 7 ounces. How much is actually here? 3.5 ounces, I'm sure, is 4 ounces. And the tin note is beautiful, orange, and honey. You can't beat that. But it was a little moist that I actually preferred. So I dried it a little bit and packed my Thor Hammer's pipe and left it the afternoon to dry, and it had a gradient. Here is crispy, and the bowl is more moisture. So the artful codger, that was his tip, to dry overnight or a few hours in the pipe in the bowl. And so far it's a good tip, works for me. So I think there's only 4 reviews about this tobacco, and tobacco reviews, and the score is 2.4. That's not very good, but Pipe Stud actually said it's 3 stars. So I'm gonna try this, and it's black Cavendish, as you saw in the photo, maybe in the background, and more Burley and Virginia forward. And the topping is actually honey, orange and vanilla as well. And actually there's only a few orange tobaccos, aromatics, so that's the reason I actually wanted to try this tobacco. Made in Denmark, says EU manufacturers, but the tobacco ruse actually is made in Denmark. Scandinavian tobacco group, and made this one. They're very good about all the tobacco. So So we will try this one with Thor's Hammer. Of course, the tamper is Thor's Hammer as well. Larry Blackett. Lighter is Thor's Zippo as well. So let's light it up. So my opinion, the tobacco is a bit damp, you know. I like aromatics with a bit moisture, but not too much, because tongue bite is a consequence. So I recommend maybe a half an hour on the the portion of the tobacco, or put it the pipe like 3 or 4 hours. The main complaint was the tobacco was burning hot. Sometimes the toppings actually like a fuel the tobacco. So but if you dry it a bit, then the steam is actually less. So I chose this pipe because has a radiator to cool the smoke, and actually very thick walls as well. But you need to actually smoke it slow, One bowl is like an hour, so smoke it slow, and when it's slowly hot in this pipe, I put it down, for 5 minutes or something like that. Well, the first taste is citrus and actually fruity, very nice, and touch of vanilla and honey as well, quite sweet. And the first, the quart of the bowl, this is my 4th bowl of the 2 or 3 days, The room note is beautiful, so you can't beat orange with vanilla and honey. It's a bit nutty with honey. Probably the burley contribute that's. As you go through the bowl, it's actually the orange gets stronger. Like the third of the down of the bowl is actually very clear orange. That's rare actually to find the topping actually really the taste of the fruit, is very, very authentic. The only thing is, if you go very slow, you have to relight a bit more than usual. So a quart of the bowl is down here, and I'll come back after the 35 minutes for my judgment of this tobacco. So half of the bowl, 35 minutes, and actually it's burning even now, and for me it's like 3 stars, but it's difficult to smoke this tobacco. Actually, you have to dry it and also relights and go slow. But I like the orange fruity topping, so this tobacco is very good for Christmas, I think, with the orange. And the next time I'll try it with stacking the Prince Albert on the top and the Royal Albert on the bottom, or mixing as well, so that will slow it down and actually reduce the tongue bite. Prince Albert is burly, so or the other thing you could do with black Cavendish, mix it 1-to-1 or something like that, or 1/3 of black Cavendish. I think that will optimize the performance of this tobacco. But it's unusual to have orange, and I like honey as well and tobacco. So when this tin is finished in 3 years or 5, maybe I'll buy another one if it's offered, smokingpipes.com. But it's a little tricky, so I give it 3 stars before the unusual topping, but and this description is actually 3 Virginias, and the Virginias are forward, and the last of the third of the bowl is actually mostly tobacco, and actually very nice with a tinge of the orange still there, and honey. The vanilla is the back of the topping, Orange is first, and also the honey second, and then vanilla is the weaker. Yeah, I think a little work with blending optimize this 3.5 stars probably, but as it is, if you want to actually try a topping orange, this is very good for that. And my pipe, of course, 9mm filters, and I could imagine to try this one without a filter. There's a little harshness, but the filter actually cleans usually the harshness out of the smoke, but without a filter, if you're not aromatic guy, don't buy this one. The funny thing is that the second half of the bowl is actually great. When the topping is actually burned out, so maybe the topping is like 50% and the tobacco flavours there. It's the best of the pipe as the second half, you know, and it stays lit in the second half of the bowl, so that's good. Now it's very nice. And that's it for my video of the review of the Rattray's Royal Albert. So over Easter I actually quite a things going on, so I'll see you after Easter, you know, with another subject quite different to this one. See you, my friends. Take care, and having pleasant smokes with your pipes. Cheers.